which is, I mean, the man probably did everything but bring water to on the sideline.
And so, again, this is senior night here at Frank Shaw Field. The McClay Marauders will be taking on crosstown rival North Florida Christian. It's a battle for Meridian Road, and you'll see the Marauders there in all black taking on their rivals. And let's go ahead and look at the rosters here as we got a few moments here before the opening kick. And so for McClay, it's just a proud night for some of these seniors here. Jim Mura, number 2 for the Marauders, has been a varsity football team captain now for 2 years, has been playing since the 6th grade. And, you know, really, when you take a look at, you know, just the accomplishments, really that this football team has been to the mountaintop a couple of times in a different league, and then now playing in the FHSAA classification, shooting for the playoffs. You know, this team has accomplished a lot in their young history.
Yes, think a few years ago they didn't even have a football team, and now, you know, they've had a great couple of seasons. Coach Raymond's led them to some successful seasons. Had been that successful in the playoffs, and hopefully they could turn that around with the opportunity. They moved up to 3A, which is very tough. You're talking about facing a lot of great teams, but it was fortunate because the 3A state champ dropped down to 2A.
And that leaves an opening, and anytime you can capitalize off of that, I think Coach Raymer has done a pretty good job with some of the talent that he's inherited. Let's look at some of these other seniors. We talked about Jim Mura, number 2. As a captain, 4-year varsity letterman. Let's go ahead and look at Jeb Bashirs, another 4-year varsity letterman. Really just has been a dominant player for the Marauders over the past 4 years. Another 3-year varsity letterman, number 5, Shane Jowd, for the Marauders, has had an excellent career. Number 7, Hayden Hilliard, a 2-year varsity letterman. Number 10, Tucker Hicks, a player's name who we've been calling now for about 2 or 3 years now, a 4-year varsity letterman, especially from the special teams position. He's been an absolute staple here for the Marauders over his career. Number 21, Ben Wynn, a 4-year varsity letterman. Number 52, Ethan Hofstapian, team captain and another 4-year varsity letterman. Number 56, Shelby Harrell, a 4-year varsity letterman. And then, of course, team manager Eli Paddock. This team would be nothing without their senior leadership. We've seen these guys really grow and mature since the 10th grade, really. And this is our 3rd year as being the official live stream partner for McClay football. And, you know, really just watching these, we've seen incredible talent come through here. And for a small school, that's really saying something.
Yeah, they had this pregame cookout they have over here. I mean, the fans, it's a blackout night. Man, I'm looking forward to this. And I'm expecting a great showing. You know, the Marauders had 2 weeks to get ready for this game, and I'm sure Coach Raymer got his guys ready.
So, yeah, across the way, the NFC Eagles ready to do battle with the McClay Marauders, and they have really been on a hot streak as of late. We talked about quarterback and linebacker, Mr. Do-It-All, J.P. Pickles, but he's also flanked by Traylon Ray, wide receiver who's a recipient of most of his touchdown passes. And this is a team that can hurt you in a lot of different ways, but McClay will need to start fast and be aggressive in order to maintain position in this game because NFC has a lot of weapons.
Yeah, Mark, this should be a great game. Last week, North Florida Christian put up 50 points, and they from mainly led by Mr. Pickles, and we just hope that the Marauders tonight can hold that down. We don't want to see all these points, and I think we'll look forward to seeing the Marauders trying to slow this offense down at North Florida Christian.
Yeah, I look for McClay to play with a lot of emotion tonight. This is always going to be a big game for them. You can throw the records out of the window. Like we were saying, a lot of these young men know each other, have grown up together, and so I look for Marauders to come out with a lot of fierce competitiveness, especially in the first quarter.
Yeah, Mark. It's always like this for senior night. Everybody's around here, got great expectations. The only thing we're missing is some bands. We don't have a bunch of music playing the band. Where the bands at, Mark?
Yeah, there's a lot of pageantry here, senior night, and once again, it's a blackout festivity for McClay Marauders, as you'll see most of their athletes and student athletes, especially in their student section, dressed out in all black. Just really a festive night here to celebrate these seniors, as we are now just under a couple of minutes away from the opening kick.
And the Marauders are like they're going to receive it.
So before we line it up here, let's go ahead and call out a couple of the McClay sponsors and supporters here of McClay football. We got Advanced Business Systems, a proud supporter of McClay football. Accenturia Insurance, another proud supporter of McClay football. Brown's Refrigeration, a proud supporter of McClay football. So we're about ready to kick it away. NFC will kick it off to the Marauders.
Hey guys, 12 minutes on the clock.
And we are underway. Kick will be fielded cleanly at the 20-yard line. Shakes the defender, looking for more room to run, and he'll be bottled up at around the 35. We've got a flag on the play. And depending on what the call is, Marauders will be able to take over 1st and 10 with some pretty decent field position.
Usually something like that, Mark, is a holding or player hitting someone in the back. Holding call.
So holding is the call against the Marauders, and that will negate some pretty decent field position.
And quarterback for the Marauders, number 12, Michael Grant.
And so Marauders line up with twin receivers to the bottom of your screen. That's Michael Grant at quarterback. Takes the snap, and he's going to hand it off. Missed tackle in the backfield. Still on his feet, breaks free. And that's going to be a 1st down for the Marauders.
Mark, that was a great start to get in front of the chains. You're moving that chain, keeping that offense off the field with a good running attack.
And so normally we see the Marauders opening up with a passing attack, but the running game is definitely going to be crucial, as Crosstown picked up 11 yards, and that's going to be a McClay 1st down. Grant from the shotgun, twin receivers to the bottom of your screen. He's going to hand it off to Crosstown again. He bursts through the middle, and he's going to pick up another good chunk, about an 8-yard gain. And Marauders are off and running.
Brings up 2nd down.
So the ball resting on McClay's 43-yard line. Man comes in motion. Grant from the shotgun takes the snap. It's going to be another handoff. This time NFC meets him in the backfield, but Crosstown again breaks free. And he's going to pick up about 15 yards on the carry. And McClay put in the Eagles on their heels.
Coach Raymer is trying to run the ball up, and they must see something, because they've been successful on 3 plays.
Now on the 40-yard line of NFC.
Same play, back to back to back. And the Marauders are now in NFC territory, ball resting on the Eagle 40-yard line. And we've got some yellow laundry on the field. We'll see what the call is.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense.
So we've got some movement that'll result in a false
Maybe
start
did you
for the
see
Marauders.
What did you see, Mark? They hadn't even lined up yet.
And that's going to back up the Marauders 5 yards, ball on the 45. Man comes in motion. Grant once again from the shotgun. Takes it, and it's going to be another handoff. Running back is going to go off tackle and pick up about 4 of those yards that were lost.
Second down 11.
And that's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Ball on the NFC 42-yard line.
This is exactly the start that the Marauders need. Coach Raymond has seemed like his game plan is to keep them on the field, eat up clock, and run the football.
So a man comes in motion. Grant once again from the shotgun. He's going to keep it. He's going to pitch it off to his right. Running back has some room, picks up. He'll be close to a first down after a big hit. But not before getting deeper into NFC territory. As he's going to cross the 30-yard line, and I think the official's going to mark it at the NFC 28. And Coach, this is the best opening drive I've seen out of McClay since the preseason.
Mark, you want to keep that offense on the sideline, run the ball, keep them over there, keep Mr. Pickles from playing quarterback until you want him to, and drive the ball. They're doing a very good job of running
Heck
the
of a
football.
linebacker, but they're running away from him.
Wow.
Trying to get the formation set. Grant once again from the shotgun, looking for the quick pitch, and he's got it all to his man. He breaks a couple of tackles. It's going to
That's a
squirm
nice
his
rip
way
there.
down to the NFC 20-yard line, and he'll be close to
Hey,
another
yeah, you
Marauder
don't
first
never-
down.
He just sat there, Mark, and waited. Let the defense come upfield and try to drop it off to him. Really slick play.
And that was number 7, Hayden Hilliard, on the reception. There's another quick swing pass, and that pass is going to be complete. Got running room down the sidelines, boy. He's going to be flipped and tossed out of bounds. And that was Jeb Bashir.
It's a lot of action going on, a lot of eye candy, and they're taking advantage of North Florida's defense. They don't really know where they're at.
And Jeb Bashir found us a sliver of room down the sidelines, and that's going to be 1st and goal Marauders. Ball on the 3-yard line. So McClay knocking on the door. Grant takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. Clean through the middle. Touchdown, Marauder. Coach, what efficiency on that drive.
Well, I think they took those two weeks off and really took advantage of it. They put in a great scheme, had time to scout the NFC Eagles, and looked like they found something. Great job of play calling. I love it. It's a lot better than last time we was here, Mark.
And so this week, I think Marauders definitely, taking advantage of some mismatches, especially on the offensive line side of the ball. And it results in a touchdown. Just great efficiency on that drive.
Man, that hole was so big, they could have drove a truck through it.
Kick is up, and it's going to sway to the left, and it'll be no good. NFC got some penetration.
Man, that was
but not
exciting.
before McClay can punch it in. Marauders up early, 6-0. And so, Coach, man, that was an excellent drive. Looking at the running game, being able to establish that, man, when you put a team on their heels that way, it's going to be a long night for the
Mark,
NFC defense if
they
they
took a lot
can't
of
come up
time
with
off
some
the clock.
solutions.
They took a lot of time off the clock. And the high-powered offense of the Eagles sitting on the sideline, and that's what you want. Control the time, keep the clock moving, run the ball. They threw a couple of passes, but they wasn't no more than 2 yards in front off the line of scrimmage. That's what you want.
So we're sitting with the Marauders up early, 6-0 over the NFC Eagles in this pivotal crosstown matchup. McClay, this is really a must-win for them. And looking at how things are stacking up, this is the way you want to start at a rivalry game.
Only thing bad on that was we missed the extra point, and you don't want to have to chase that point all game long.
Never understood this play.
8 minutes remaining in the first quarter. It's a really excellent drive. Let's see how the Marauder defense stacks up against this high-scoring NFC offense. Kick is on its way.
Man,
And that looks like a touchback. And Eagles will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Mark, I think Coach Raymond couldn't ask for anything better. His team drove the ball down the line to score, and then they kick. Look at it starting the NFC way back in their own territory, and that's what you want.
Yeah, in the past couple of weeks, the Marauders just weren't able to flip the field, just giving up big plays and putting themselves in a hole. There were flashes of offense and really good defense, just weren't able to put it together in a complete game. And let's see if the Marauders can do that tonight as NFC takes over 1st and 10. That's J.P. Pickles from the shotgun. Twin receivers to either side of your screen. Pickles takes the snap, looking for a man downfield. And he's got one over the middle, and that's going to be picked off.
I have Mark.
Shane Croston read that one from
Flags
the
all over
snap.
the field.
And we've got penalties on the field, and we'll see what the call is. But I think that'll result in 1st and 10 Marauders. And Coach Croston, it's almost like he knew what the play was.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Marauders.
Wow.
It's a 15-yard penalty. First down.
So a little bit of smack talk will back up the Marauders, but another great play by the defense. And Coach, like I was saying, it looked like he
I don't
knew
know
what
what
the
he
play
was looking for, because that play was covered very well. I think he just threw it up, and the defense, I mean, the man was right there. You don't want a penalty like that. You're at midfield and you get pushed back. Not a great start for the offense. Start off with that unsportsmanlike penalty.
And really for NFC, they're not going to shy away from throwing the ball. This is a team that's going to throw the ball 40 times a game. They've got the receivers. We've had two big games out of the Eagles over the past couple of weeks. A big receiving game for Traylon Way a couple of weeks ago, and then, of course, last week was J.P. Pickles. So this team is going to throw the ball, but I think the McClay defense is definitely going to be prepared as they have their first turnover of the night. And so Grant, with twin receivers to the bottom of his screen, will take the snap. It's going to be an end-around run. It's going to be fake the pitch. He's going to hang on to it, but it's bottled up at the 31-yard line. And so he was looking for that pitch, Coach, but it wasn't there.
That was smart not to pitch the ball. No turnovers. You don't want any turnovers. You want to keep
Still early.
the game, control the clock, and keep the offense of the Eagles on the sideline.
So the clock trickling down to about 7 minutes and 30 seconds here in the first quarter. And so far, it's been all McClay. And, Coach, this is the McClay Marauder team that we've been looking for. Let's see if they can maintain it as this brings up second down. Twin receivers to the bottom of your screen, single receiver to the top. Man comes in motion. There's another, what looks to be a false start. I'm not sure if that's going to be against the Marauders. So a little bit excitement here off of the big play. And they will replay second down. And Coach, just some of the jitters going up against a big-time
I'm kind
rival.
of looking forward to the matchup over and with Trayon Ray, probably the best athlete on NFC's team.
And so twin receivers again to the bottom of your screen. Grant's going to take the snap, fake the handoff. There's the pitch. NFC not falling for it. Ball is loose. And that's going to be a fumble. And NFC will recover. So execution just wasn't there on that one. And the Marauders give it right back to the Eagles.
You got 2 penalties back to back. This drive did not start well for the Marauders.
So Coach Raymer just probably over there telling his team just to calm down a little bit and settle back in and play their brand of football. But that will give NFC great field position on the Marauder 22-yard line. And they're within striking distance early. Clock at 7 minutes in the first quarter.
Is this a water break?
That's what it looks like. So we're going to take one too. 4quartersonline.com, proud to be the live streaming partner of McClay Marauder football here in 2021. Other proud sponsors of the McClay Marauder football program are Remax, Jeff Naylor, and Remax Professionals. Ronaldo Willis, Family Dentistry. And Vascular Surgery Associates, the Vein Center. Proud sponsors of Marauder football. And Coach, you know, McClay really going to have their work cut out for them defensively. Just a really bad turnover, and that. You know,
Mark, you want to look for that matchup with Ray on the outside over there. I think the Marauders are looking for him.
So that's going to be an end-around run, looking for some running room, and he's going to be hit and dropped, but not before picking up about 4 yards. And that's number 26, Devon Jackson. And that was a host of Marauders that were in on that tackle. So that's going to bring up second and about 5. Another snap. Pickle swings it out to the outside, looking for some running room. That pass is complete to number 8. Bashir is in on the stop after the completion of Michael McCorvey. So a big third down coming up for the McClay defense as NFC is facing another 3rd and 5 situation. It's Jackson in the backfield. Three receivers to the bottom of your screen. Snap is going to be received by Pickles. Throws back across his body. He fakes it, looking for some running room. McClay defense there on the spot. And we've got a flag down, but I do not think he was close to the first down.
Mark, they read that play right away. They had that covered. It was a throwback, a little screen to the right side of the field. And the Marauders had that covered.
That was Hofstapian in on the tackle, shedding that block and getting to the quarterback before the holding penalty was called. And that's going to back up the Eagles 10 yards, and they'll replay 3rd down. McClay not fooled. And NFC will be marched back to the 27-yard line. Pickles once again from the shotgun, looking for a receiver downfield. Tries to escape the would-be's, and he's going to be sacked.
That's number 52, Mark.
Ethan Hofstapian read it all the way. Hofstapian is in on the sack, and Pickles had nowhere to run. And that's going to bring up 4th down, and McClay like defense playing big tonight.
Great play by the defense.
Eagles will elect to go for it. Pickles looking for a man downfield, and it's caught. Official were ruled out of bounds. A great catch by Jackson, but nothing doing, as he had 1 foot out of bounds and another foot was up in the air. And the Eagles will turn it over on downs, and that's going to be a big stand by the Marauder defense. And McClay's offense put them in a hole, and the McClay's defense stepped up big to respond. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter, and Marauders will take over 1st and 10. Ball on their own 24-yard line.
They dodged a bullet that time. They fumbled deep in their territory and did give up any points. That's
Absolutely.
what you want. The defense came to play today, Mark.
So twin receivers to the bottom of your screen. Michael Grant takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. And some big power running. Ball comes loose, but the official calls him down. McClay. Marauders will pick up about half a yard. That'll bring up 2nd down. Excuse me, Marauders will pick up about 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Some big power running by Shane Crosstown. Man coming in motion. Grant once again from the shotgun. Takes the snap. It's going to be another handoff. Looking for some room. More power football by the Marauders, and that'll be close to a 1st down. We'll see what the officials mark it at. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 1. Officials will mark the ball at the Marauder 43-yard line. So the ground game taking precedence here for the McClay offense. Marauders needing a yard for the 1st down. Cross, then in the backfield, going to receive the handoff. Looking for that yard, and he's going to get that and much more. That's going to be a pickup of about 7 as McClay charges towards midfield.
Man, it looked like the week off really helped the Marauders team. They are running the ball at will on this North Florida Christian football team, and it's impressive because they're eating up clock while they're doing it and keeping the offense of the Eagles on the sideline.
Yeah, as we get
Super
close
great
to
plan.
3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first, Marauders up 6-0 over the Eagles. And it's power football here for the McClay offense. 2 running backs in the backfield. Grant hands it off. Ball comes loose. Official is going to rule him down. And Marauder's going to dodge another bullet. And that's going to be a loss of about 3 yards. And, Coach, it looked like Grant didn't really want to hand it off.
Man, sometimes the best play is no play. Go down and don't take a chance doing anything.
2 receivers to the bottom of your screen here. McClay I think they've only completed 1 pass. It's been all runs tonight. Another run up the gut. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 11, and maybe we'll see a pass here.
Mark, I'm looking for the matchup with Hutchins and Ray on the outside. They got their best player on him, and I'm looking for them to attack there. Hopefully he's relaxed over there. They have an opportunity to take advantage of it.
And so Marauders facing a 3rd and long situation here. Man comes in motion. Grant from the shotgun.
Timeout. Well, where the hell is Raymond? Call timeout.
And pass is going to be complete. And Marauders look like they're going to be a yard or so short of the 4th down.
And I'm wondering if they got, you see some laundry on the field and wonder what that is, Mark. Might be an alignment problem.
And so timeout called here on the field, and we'll take one too. This is 4 Quarters Online, the proud live streaming partner of McClay football all season long. We'll take a break and we'll be right back right after this.
Two years ago, in this very site, we launched the I Think initiative. Two years later, we stand here in the new Beck Family Innovation Center coming out of the ground, going into the chemistry lab with the Beck Family Research Center behind us. This movement, this attitude of the I Think initiative has been amazing for our students because we're trying to honor our mission to make sure that we're helping our students reach.
And so we are back here, and 3rd and short quickly turned into 3rd and long. Grant completes the pass to the outside, and he's going to be close to a first down, and I believe that pass was complete to number 8, Grayson Obersee, bailing out his quarterback, and he's going to be awfully close to a first down.
And it looked like the Marauders going for the offense is still on the field.
So he's going to be short by a couple of yards, and that's going to bring up 4th and 2. And Marauders across midfield into Eagle territory, ball resting on the Eagle 43-yard line.
Mark, I'm kind of curious to see what Coach Raymond come up with. He called timeout. Smart play, I think, by Coach Raymond. I think they were a little confused on how the line.
And so Marauders calling a timeout this time. And we'll go ahead and take one too. This is 4 Quarters Online, proud live streaming partner of McClay football. We'll be right back right after this.
Two years ago, in this very site, we launched the I Think initiative. Two years later, we stand here in the new Beck Family Innovation Center coming out of the ground, going into the chemistry lab with the Beck Family Research Center behind us. This movement, this attitude of the I Think initiative has been amazing for our students because we're trying to honor our mission to make sure that we're helping our students reach their fullest extent by honoring the interests that each one of them have.
There is no set curriculum, so the teachers can teach how they want to teach kids, and I think that's really helpful.
I mean, I've heard from other schools, from other students, it's a very different learning experience for them. They don't have as much hands-on things as we do. We really get a good learning experience here. It's different, creative.
So a big 4th down coming up here for the Marauders. 2 yards short of the first down. Man coming in motion. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Grant's going to take the snap. He hands it off. Running back looking for some room. He catches the edge, and that's going to be enough for the first down.
And look like we're going to have some laundry. Late hit out of bounds.
With a big run, is going to pick up a big first down on a big drive, and we've got a minute remaining until the second quarter.
Mark, I like
I
like the way he ran the ball. He went inside and he broke to the outside. With the defense trying to crash everything inside, he made a great run, breaking to the outside to get that first down.
And the late hit going out of bounds against NFC will tack on some extra yards for the Marauders. And McClay will take advantage. Ball resting on the NFC 21-yard line.
No, Jim, shit.
And that's Grant. Gonna hand it off. And looks like there was some confusion on the field. Not sure if the Marauders were lined up properly. But no gain on the play. As we're just inside of a minute, that's going to be a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second down and 11 for the Marauders. And so Grant going to hand it off again. This time he's going to keep it, looking for some running room, and he's going to catch the edge and pick up about 6 or 7 yards. And that's going to bring up third down and about 5. And so, Coach, we're within Tucker Hit's range for field goal territory. But I'm sure the Marauders, as time trickles down, they're not going to stop the clock, and that will be the end of the first quarter. McClay offense knocking on the door. And at the end of one, the Marauders lead 6-0 over the NFC Eagles. And so we'll take this time to take a timeout, and we'll be right back right after this.
My name is Avery Smith. I came to McClay in 2016, came in as a freshman, and I moved from a different school. I ran cross country my freshman and sophomore year, and then I ran track all 3 years and plan to run this year as well. And then I played soccer all 4 years. And then the clubs I've been a part of, I've been a part of Student Council, Anchor Club, Red Cross Club, and then Dance Marathon is my big organization that I'm a part of. Miracle Network Dance Marathon is a movement benefiting Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, an organization that raises funds and awareness for over 170 pediatric hospitals across North America. My freshman year, I signed up 2 days before, and I went that Saturday, and I immediately just fell in love with it. I think it's so cool that a group of students can get together and raise thousands of dollars for the families and for kids that with pediatric illness. I just know so many families that go to McClay and that are in the Tallahassee community that are affected by Dance Marathon. So I think it's really important that we try to push all throughout the year and we get as much as the student body involved as we can. Dance Marathon has given me a chance to work with many different students and serve as a leader in McClay but also in the community. I have been taking the business concentration classes because that's what I'm leaning towards majoring in college. So I have been able to take personal finance, risk and reward, and then this year I'm taking a directed independent study that's called marketing communications. So I've been able to see all the different bits and pieces that fall under that business branch, and so I kind of get a feel for what I want to focus on in college next year. I tend to thrive on a very busy schedule, so when I have to balance academics and social and athletics and all of that, I know like when it gets tough, it's preparing me.
And so as we begin the second quarter, McClay knocking on the door after an excellent first quarter. McClay's offense looking for more here. Another handoff. That looks like crossing and just good old-fashioned power football. And that looks like he's going to pick up about 3 yards. And that's going to be good enough for a Marauder first down.
It's first and goal here, Mark.
So the ball resting comfortably on the NFC 11-yard line. Man comes in motion. Grant takes the snap, drops back, looking for a man. Can't find one. He's going to roll out. Can't find anything, and he's just going to throw it away. And we've got a flag on the other side of the field. Intended receiver looks like it could have been Caleb Hutchin, but I think Grant intended to throw that one away. And so intentional grounding is the call. As that's a little strange because it looked like he was well outside of the tackle box. And so McClay Marauder faithful scratching their heads on that one. But that will back up the Marauders significantly. to the 24-yard line. And Coach McClay looking for their first home win on the season. And so far playing a pretty decent first half thus far. And so Grant, from the shotgun, twin receivers to the top of your screen, is going to take the snap, and he's going to hand it off. Running back looking for some room. And that ball's going to be stripped out. And that may end up as a fumble, and it looks like it is. NFC football. And, Coach, that was just really good heads-up play by the NFC defense just to strip the ball. And it came right out. So NFC defense coming up with their second turnover of the night.
That's the second fumble and almost another one. It really hurts to drive. It really hurts when you drive the ball that far and don't come away with anything and turn it over. But you did eat up the clock.
Yeah, absolutely. I think McClay, especially on the offensive side, just was looking to be opportunistic. Just didn't happen. And there's a big reception by number 6.
Ray, that's
Traylon Ray.
The number 1 receiver. I was waiting for him to get involved in the offense, and I'm sure they're going to come back to him.
And this is where you don't – this is who you don't want to get into a rhythm is Pickles and Ray. As that pass is going to be complete to Jackson, who picks up quite a few, and he maybe have another first down, as just in 2 short plays, NFC has covered a good chunk of the field. And that will be indeed be another NFC first down. NFC now out to their own 44-yard line. And this passing attack is not going to go away anytime soon, as Pickles will operate from the shotgun. 3 receivers to the top. Looking for a man out there, can't find one. Scrambling for running room, can't find anything. And is going to opt to keep it himself after picking up 2 or 3.
Mark, NFC
keep the
looks
drive
like
going.
They want to throw the football, and the Marauders are doing a pretty good job of coverage. They hadn't been as explosive as they've been in the past. They put up 50 points last week, and they are struggling trying to move the ball here tonight. A couple of good plays on this drive.
And so there's going to be another handoff that looks like Jackson looking for some running room.
Man,
he's going to try and square him
Jackson
forward.
is so small. He gets behind those linemen, and you can't see him. I think he went about 5 yards before they realized he had the ball.
So NFC will cross midfield. Ball resting on the McClay 48. But this is a third down situation. Ball resting on the McClay 49 as they just crossed midfield. And this is going to be a big third down for the McClay defense. NFC coming out in a bunch formation. Pickles from the shotgun is going to drop back, looking for a man. He's got one on the crossing route, and that's going to be good enough for a first down and more. And that's number 4, William Templeton. He's going to worm his way through the McClay defense on a huge pickup of about 25. And NFC's offense looks like they have gotten into their rhythm here as the ball is resting now on the Marauder 26-yard line. Pickles once again from the shotgun, looking for a man deep down the middle, and that pass is nearly going to be picked off as McClay defense is not being fooled on the deep passes. And, Coach, they had 3 defenders back there.
Hey, these guys know that they want to throw, and they're getting back. They're giving away the little short stuff, and they don't want to give anything away on the deep shots. And they want to get to the number 1 receiver, Ray. And he's only caught 1 pass so far this half.
So an excellent job by the McClay defensive backs. Pickles once again, he's going to have a completion to number 7. That's
another flag.
Ray Daly on the reception. We got a flag on the field. Yeah, NFC is not they're just not going to back down off this passing attack. This is a team that throws at 40-plus plays a game. And targeting is the call. Haven't seen that one in a bit. And that's going to go against the Marauders, and that's going to take up a huge chunk of yards. And that's going to result in a first down for the Eagles. Ball resting on the McClay 11-yard line. Pickles from the shotgun is going to hand it off. There's the pitch. Looking for some running room is number 3, Ashton Gaynor.
Mark, that play looked like it was wide open, but great defensive play. The quarter came up and forced the play.
But you know what they want to shed a block to get over to make the tackle.
They want to throw the football.
And McClay defense keeping them honest, just can't get them off the field. Twin receivers either side. Pickles from the shotgun is going to roll to his right, looking for a man in the end zone.
Flood route.
Pass is going to be incomplete.
They flooded that zone to the right side of the field. Good play down close to the end zone. Look for them to come back to that because they had a couple of guys open. They just we got some laundry on the field.
And so things getting a little chippy here as the late flag comes in. See what the call is.
Maybe a lineman downfield.
Holding. Defense. Correction. That's on NFC.
Oh.
10-yard
I was wondering why he was talking to Coach
penalty
Raymond.
Will be assessed against the Eagles. And holding also against the McClay defense. The penalties were offset, and that will bring up third down.
Look for a Ray on this play, Mark.
So, excuse me, that holding penalty will be assessed against the NFC, and that will back them up. Pickles once again on the pitch. Jackson's trying to catch the edge, and he's going to be awfully close to a first down if he didn't get in. And so that brings up a huge fourth down. 4th and about 1 for the Eagles. 7 minutes, 51 seconds remaining in the half. McClay clinging to a 6-0 lead. Pickles from the shotgun, dropping back, looking for a man to the outside. He's going to be hit and dropped. And that will be incomplete and a big stop by the McClay defense.
I'm impressed tonight. This 2 weeks off has really helped the Marauders. Their defense is playing very well, and they might get yardage, but they're never out of place.
And so McClay defense steps up huge. The NFC will come away empty-handed. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left. And Coach, man, the McClay defense, aside from a couple of penalties, they've just made big play after big play, keeping NFC off of the field and out of the end zone.
Yeah, but the Marauders need to score again. The 6 points is not, I don't think it'll hold up. You want to give yourself a little cushion.
So Coach Raymer and his bunch have really been effective with power running football, a power running game, and nothing fancy. I think McClay has only tossed the football about 3 or 4 times, and it's been all running plays.
I'm impressed with where the defense is playing tonight, and the offense. The line is blocking very well. They've been able to put up a running game, eat up some of this clock. If they could go down and get a drive, put a drive together, and no less than a field goal, I think that'll be a great half for the Marauders.
And Coach, yeah, this is definitely one of the better offensive outings we've seen out of McClay this year. Really coming out, a lot of emotion. We talked about that before, but just execution on the running game. They've had a couple of hiccups here and there, but so far the defense has been the story tonight.
Yeah, Mark, this wasn't the game I expected. I thought we was going to see up and down the field, points all over the board, but hey, I can take a defensive bout.
So McClay will have to work their way out of a hole as they will take over on downs, 1st and 10, their own 2-yard line. So running play is going to move forward a little bit of about, we'll call that a 4-yard pickup. And that's going to bring up 2nd down and about 6. And that was Bashir's on the carry for the Marauders. So Grant's going to hand it off again. Running back still on his feet, shakes the defender, still on his feet before he's pushed out of bounds. A great run.
Yeah, you got your back out of the back of the end zone. You want to drive the ball, keep the clock rolling, and get a score this time. No mistakes, no penalties is what Coach Raymond would want for his team right now. That's a crucial 1st down, keeping the field on the continues to keep the ball going, and keeping the Marauders from back in there deep in their own territory.
So Jim Murrah on a great carry. It's going to give the Marauder offense some breathing room. As the McClay offense now has 1st and 10 on their own 20. So timeout is called here, and we'll take one too. This is 4 Quarters Online, the proud live streaming partner of McClay football all season long. We'll be right back right after this.
My name is Hannah Jose. I've been at McClay since the 9th grade. Instantly, when I came into McClay, I was connected with teachers, mentors, peers that helped me have one of the smoothest transitions. I found a notebook on my teacher's desk at Holy Comforter, and it said Student Astronaut Challenge. And instantly I was like, what is that? And she explained it to me, and she said, hey, if you want to create a team, we need 5 people by tomorrow. And so I asked a bunch of my friends from different grade levels, and we had a team by the next day. And when I came to McClay and found that there wasn't a Student Astronaut Challenge, I knew that I had to get this program started. So when I competed in the middle school, I just remember loving it and wanting to learn more and wanting to know more. And so getting to help the middle schoolers really inspires me to continue what I'm doing. I just see them light up, and it's been an incredible experience because we're working together and they look up to me, but I am also looking for them for inspiration. So throughout my years, I have a particular love for biology, and in sophomore year I took my biology class, but unfortunately that's the only biology class. I wanted to be more specific. I wanted to guide my learning into one directed path, and so this year I've been able to create a class called Biomedical Science, and so I have been able to research different diseases from Alzheimer's to Parkinson.
And so McClay, 1st and 10 on their own 20. 7 minutes remaining in the half. Man coming in motion. Grant is going to take the snap. He's going to roll out looking for a man. Can't find one. He crosses across his body. Passes complete to number 1, Caleb Hutchin, who was Johnny on the spot, bailing out his quarterback as he was in trouble. And that's going to be enough to be a 1st down for the Marauders and move the chains and keep the drive going. Ball out, resting on the Marauder 32-yard line. And, Coach, what awareness by Grant.
Mark, that was a super effective play. And now we're back to the ground, Grant. I love what I'm seeing.
And that's another big run. Good for about 14, 15 yards. And
I
Coach,
know
that's
it's early, Mark, but it look like a little fatigue is out there on the field. I see players walking around, hands on their hips.
yeah, it's very muggy.
That running attack can do that to you.
And unfortunately, with these black-on-black jerseys, we're not able to get numbers as fast as we want to. But the Marauders now out to their own 46, looking across midfield, another running play, and that will be good enough to get in the NFC territory. A 7-yard pickup. And just good old-fashioned ground and pound for McClay. Not doing anything fancy here and just eating up clock and eating up yards, Coach.
Yep, and this is what you want. This is the recipe for victory for the Marauders, keeping the North Florida Christian Eagles offense off the field.
So Grant is going to hand it off again. Ground game was running, and running back is going to squirm his way close to a first down, powering through that NFC defensive front. Running game doing wonders here. It's a 3rd-and-1 situation. It's another handoff. More power football by the Marauders is going to be good enough for a first down and more. 4 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the half as McClay is hoping to get out of the half with some more points. So 1st and 10 from the NFC 40. Man comes in motion. Grant from the shotgun is going to hand it off again.
Man, they're just pounding the ball.
That was Jeb
right up the
Shears
gut.
bursting through the NFC defensive front for a couple of yards. Hey, Coach, how about the Marauder offensive line? They're doing an excellent job.
Yes, they're driving the ball and and they're running right up to North Florida Christian's defensive front.
And that's another running play, and it looks like we're going to see a holding call here as the flag comes in.
Mark, you saw, we saw that from up here.
And that's going to back up the Marauders 10 yards. 3 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the half. And Coach, ground game looks good, but you got to wonder if you're going to open up the playbook some more and we'll see some passing plays here.
You want to see? Hey, man, let that clock move. Keep that offense on the sideline.
Yeah, NFC's defensive line definitely, they're getting their money's worth here tonight as we're seeing a lot of hands on hips here, Coach.
I'm looking for this matchup with Hutchins and Ray down here.
And so from midfield, Grant's going to drop back, looking for a man to his outside, and that pass is going to be incomplete. And that's going to bring up 3rd down. So Marauders facing a 3rd and long situation here. So Grant's going to drop back, trying to set up the screen. NFC not falling for it. And Eagle defense all over that one for no gain. And that's going to bring up 4th down for the Marauders. And so, Coach, a defensive struggle it is here in the first half as the clock trickles down to about 2 minutes and 59 seconds. And so Marauders have a unique formation where they line up like they're going to run and play, but they end up punting it. We'll see what they're going to do. And the punt is on its way. Going to be fielded cleanly by the Eagles.
And that was a dangerous man. They punted the ball to Ray. Good coverage kept the Eagles defense honest because they didn't know whether they were going to go for it or not.
So with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the half, NFC will have a shot here before the break. Marauder defense back on the field. See if they can put a stop to this potent NFC offense. And they've held the NFC in check the entire night. Pickles dropping back, looking for a pass. And the intended receiver was Jackson, and he can't hang on. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Ball on the NFC 27-yard line. And Eagles with twin receivers to either side. Pickles drops back looking for a man. Can't find one. Primary receiver was under double coverage. And
Mark, there was no one open. He had nowhere to go with the ball.
And Pickles very smartly getting rid of the football. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 10. McClay defense again, coach. Looking for another big stop here. NFC lining up in that semi-bunch fit situation. And that pass is going to be blocked, knocked down.
Man, this
Shane
Marauder
Stewart
defense is really playing well.
Stuck that big hand up there, and he batted that pass down.
Great game plan for this game. This offensive, the Eagles have been putting up a bunch of points and doing and getting a lot of yards, and they really are struggling tonight.
So lack of execution for NFC and McClay defense playing in big game mode tonight. The battle for Meridian Road rages on with 2 minutes and 14 seconds until the half. And it looks like the Eagles are going to take a timeout to think it over, talk some things over, and we're going to take a timeout here too. This is fourquartersonline.com. We want to encourage everybody to follow us on social media on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for highlights, updates, scores, and so much more. And we're going to take a short break, and Coach, we'll see how this works out as we near halftime. 2:14 remaining in the half. We'll be right back right after this.
I'm Hunt Dyson. I started at McClay in kindergarten. I came from Faith Preschool. It's been really fun. I've enjoyed it a lot, especially going into high school. Like, I had that group of friends that I've known my entire life, and then I also got to meet a bunch of new people from coming outside. I started out just as a writer sophomore year. I had heard that my friends Emily Dudley, Ellie Castillo, and Rachel Stockel wanted to make the paper. So I contacted Mr. Norman, who redirected me to Mrs. Mayer, and they said I could come on.
And so Eagles will punt it away, and that kick will cross midfield and take an Eagle bounce deeper into McClay territory, and Marauders will take over with 2 minutes from their own 35-yard line.
Mark, I must admit the Eagles look flat tonight.
Yeah, the execution that we're used to seeing is not there, and Marauder defense is just capitalizing, able to get their defense off the field in about 6 plays or less, and that's pretty much what you want to see. And it's really going to be up to the McClay offense if they want to secure a win in this game. So twin receivers, Grant's going to complete the pass to number 8. And that's Grayson Oberste on the reception. He's going to pick up about 3 yards. A host of Eagles brings him down, but not before a 4-yard gain. Ball resting on the McClay 39-yard line. Twin receivers either side. Grant once again from the shotgun, and we've got movement on the offensive line, and that'll back up the Marauders. So it's a little bit of miscommunication. Well, I can't really say miscommunication. I think the offensive lineman was a little too excited and moved too soon. And that will back up the Marauders by 5. Same formation. Grant from the shotgun. Takes the snap. Going to be flushed out of the pocket. Looking for a man. Overthrown, or would have been overthrown, but his receiver bailed him out. I think he was looking for the man underneath, and he just kind of floated that one up there. A dangerous pass, but it ends up being complete to Jeb Bashirs. A great awareness by Bashirs to help his quarterback out. So instead of a disastrous situation, Marauders only going to be facing a 3rd and 4 here with 55 seconds left to play. Grant dropping back, trying to get the screen set up, breaks a tackle, not before getting a big hit. And that looks like that was the quarterback for NFC, J.P. Pickles, who also plays linebacker, in on the tackle. And that was crossing on the reception. And that's going to be good enough for a first down, but clock down to 45 seconds before the half. And they need about 40 yards here to get in the field goal range, Coach.
Yeah, if they can move that ball, get some distance on it.
And a little bit of tug of war, but Crosstown not able to break free. And that's going to bring up second down.
Tight
Coach,
coverage, Mark.
On first down, that's kind of what I expected, for them to take a shot downfield.
Yeah, you want to get a chunk play. I think we got 2 timeouts. Have an opportunity to move the ball down and get a field goal. That's the least you want to come out with just before the half.
So Trips receivers down to the bottom of your screen. Grant once again in the shotgun, and McClay really looking to take advantage here. And there's that bubble screen. And that's Hutchin on the reception. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Timeout called by the Marauders.
The Eagles will gladly give up that. Let them catch the ball and tackle. They don't want to get beat deep.
Yeah, a couple of plays ago, I think as they were trying to take a shot, that was Jeb Bashirs. Excuse me, that was Crosstown. A couple of plays ago, looked like he didn't really have good location on the ball, as he had a half a step beat on his man and just couldn't find it.
And just a little off, but you're in good shape. You got a chance to take a shot. It's 3rd down. Keep the ball away. Don't give it back to the Eagles. I think Coach Raymond will be happy. I know he want more points, but you want to keep the Eagles on the sideline. But they get the ball, I think, at the beginning of the second half. So don't let them get it. Don't let them get it back. Don't do anything turnover. You want to keep the ball moving, keep that
remaining until the half. Grant from the shotgun. Going to take the snap, rolling out to his right, looking for a man downfield, and he's got him complete and out of bounds, and that'll preserve some clock as McClay picks up a big first down. What looks to be about a 13, 14-yard gain. And, Coach, they're getting closer to that critical field goal range to see what Coach Raymer dials up.
You want to get, I think it need about 10 yards, and they can take a shot.
And so trip receivers to the bottom of your screen. Grant from the shotgun. 21 seconds remaining. Grant takes the snap, rolling to his right again. Looking downfield. Going to take a shot deep. It passes complete. And Marauder offense coming up big. 11 seconds remaining. And Grant going to go ahead and spike it. 8 seconds remaining. Coach, decision time. Do you take a shot at the end zone or do you send your kicker on the field?
Kick the field goal. You go, give yourself a chance. You don't have a timeout. If he does take a shot at the end zone, you want to have the ball in the end zone. You don't want to have anything short. I think I'll take a shot with Hutchins out here on a fade route. It'll be his ball or nobody's.
So a big reception is going to put McClay just at about the 10-yard line. That's going to be first and goal for the Marauders. And timeout Eagles, and they're going to take a moment to talk it over.
Mark, I think the Eagles were thinking the same thing. They know their big receiver Hutchins out here one-on-one. You take a shot, and you throw the fade. You want to be to the outside, either outside my ball or nobody else's.
Yeah, you've got 8 seconds. It's got to be one of those where it's either our ball or nobody's ball.
Right,
so taking a shot at the back of the end zone is definitely within reason, but you don't want to do anything that'll create a turnover situation. Definitely want to give your kicker enough time to take a shot, put one between the uprights, and go into the locker room with the 9-0 lead.
If he throw it in the end zone, throw it fade route to Hutchins, I think that's the best play. But I'm not sure. I don't know the playbook, Coach Raymer. But the ball should be thrown in the end zone.
And so Marauders definitely going to line up here, and we'll see. I think that fade route is definitely going to come up here. We'll see who's going to battle for this ball.
Smash route.
Grant rolling around. He's going to take off. Still on his feet. And the clock's going to tick away. And they're signaling touchdown. I think Grant got in. The officials' hands are up.
Man,
and as time expires, a really gutsy call. And it ends up paying off.
It was a gutsy play by Grant. He knew that if he got tackled, he wouldn't get any points.
And so McClay ends up with the touchdown. And so Michael Grant just with a really gutsy run, pays off big dividends, and it looks like the Marauders, extra point pending, are going to head into the locker room leading 13-0 over NFC.
Mark, we've been here all year with the Marauders. This probably is the best half of football I've seen them play, defensively and offensively. Great game plan. They're doing a great job. The kids are executing. You can't ask for nothing. You
absolutely.
ate up the clock, and you also scored points and kept the Eagles on the sideline. Great game plan.
Minimizing the penalties, and there have been a few that were pretty critical. I think that stalled a drive that would have put these points back on the board. But, man, Grant with a gutsy run, and it paid off. And I think sometimes you need heroics like that to really spark your team.
Mark, I think Coach Raymer would say, don't go. Great play.
And so instead of kicking the field goal and taking the 3 points, Marauders get all 7 with the extra point. And McClay leads 13-0 going into the half. And, Coach, is really just about execution. McClay's defense has played absolutely great. Kind of a bend, don't break. They've given up a couple of plays, but they've kept NFC out of the end zone. A great goal line stand down here midway through the second quarter. And this is the kind of McClay.
They drove the ball all the way after that stand. They drove the ball all the way downfield, got a touchdown. No time on the clock, no time for NFC to do anything. Super game plan. I know Coach is happy. But you can't rest with a team like the Eagles.
Absolutely.
They can throw the football.
With McClay, they're going to have to keep their foot on the gas here in the second half and really try to take advantage of what their defense has done here. And it's just kind of a weird situation when you face a team like NFC. They score so fast because they throw the ball and they throw it in spades. And for McClay, their defenders so far have read every single play.
I said it before, I'm going to say it again. This is the best half of football I've seen the Marauders play this year. Great defense. Everybody's doing their part. Great defense. Great offense playing, controlling the clock, keeping NFC offense on the field, and frustrating. They're not playing the way they normally play. They used to scoring a lot of points, and the Marauders have kept them out of the end zone. Great defense for fourth down plays. It's not much you can say. You want to be happy, but you want to be, you're not taking it for granted because the passing team.
Yeah, I haven't
couple
seen
of big plays that can change things.
Yeah, I haven't seen Coach Raymer be too conservative. So I look for McClay to come out swinging for the fences again. But NFC, they're going to have to dial up a lot of answers just for really, I think was just unexpected on their part in the face of McClay offense that was upstart and really running the football. I think they expected in the past, and they have just been catching them off guard consistently, especially between the tackles.
Yeah, I'm expecting the second half to match up with Ray and Hutchins. I'm looking for them to go deep with him a couple of times, take a shot, because both of these guys are going both ways. And look like when you got the lead, you got more energy. When you're behind, you're tired.
Absolutely. So we've got a great half of football coming up here in the second half. Will be upon us in a few minutes. Let's go ahead and thank some of the sponsors for McClay football here in 2021. Advanced Business Systems, proud sponsor of McClay football. Accentria Insurance. Brown's Commercial Refrigeration. Jeff Naylor and Remax. Ronald G. Willis, Family Dentistry. And Vascular Surgery Associates in the Vein Center. Proud sponsors of McClay football here in 2021. You are logged into Four Quarters Online here on McClay's YouTube channel, and we want to thank all of those title sponsors and also being a part of Four Quarters Online live stream broadcast of McClay football all 2021. And so we've got an exciting half of football coming up here. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back for the second half.
I think in lower school and middle school, I didn't really appreciate it as much just because it was school. Sophomore year is when I really started to grow and learn that, this is your future and everybody here wants to help you. I was a baseball player until my sophomore year. I got tendonitis in my shoulder during the first game of the season, and I was also running track at that time, and I said, well, why don't I focus on running track and just getting better at that, and if I recover, I'll recover and I can go back to playing baseball, but let me try to be the best I can be while I'm running track. Fell in love with track, fell in love with cross country, and ever since then, it's just been running. Everybody here wants to help you. Like I said, I didn't understand that until sophomore year. That's when I realized I need to start doing my work.
I recommended Jay because not only is he one of the best runners in North Florida, South Georgia, but he knew that he needed to strengthen his schedule in order to be more competitive getting into colleges. He couldn't get in just based on his running, get into the college he wanted to get into. So he beefed up his schedule. In college, I want to study anatomy and physiology or sports physiology. Don't know which one yet, but they kind of go together, so that helps. Future plans, I see myself running in college. Med school, some type of sports science, something around that field. That just keeps me in the loop of sports when I'm not actually doing sports anymore. So after the running career is over, I can still be around sports because I love it. I'm Jay, and I'm inspired.
junior interview series started 5 years ago, meeting a need of students graduating from high school never have having true interview experience. So our head of school, James Milford, created a committee that would work together to provide an opportunity for our junior class students to experience interviews to best prepare them for a variety of experiences, including college interviews, scholarship interviews, internship interviews. In the fall, we offer a workshop for the students to learn about the befores, during, and afters of an interview. They can practice things like eye contact, handshakes, body posture. Then they also practice the actual answering of a question.
And all of those things, from how you sit to how you say it to what you say, matters, because we are so hidden in the electronic world. We're so hidden of, as you're typing on your phone or doing, you can sit and do whatever you want, and we don't realize those things matter.
And then in the spring semester, we have 2 mock face-to-face, one-on-one interviews where a person from our community will come and sit with the students for about 25-30 minutes and run a mock interview. And at the end of that experience, the student will get verbal and written feedback that they can take away with them. Most of our juniors will not have had those interview experiences before this series. So we want them to walk away with basic skills, but more importantly, confidence.
Not knowing, as a college student, not knowing how interviews go, I would have been a little more afraid to get into them. But having McClay set the foundation for how these interviews go and what kinds of questions that they ask, and being able to get constructive criticism, being able to get feedback, I felt like I was ready for these interviews because of McClay.
When I speak to other friends of mine whose kids are in other schools and I tell them about this program, they are so envious and they wish that this program was at their schools because of the practicality of it.
They can go into an interview expecting something that is manageable for them because they've already done it before.
When I drop my children off every day, they're happy to come to school. They're welcomed into loving arms. I love that McClay preschool classrooms are small in size and that there's also 2 teachers in every classroom.
They get to do things like art and Spanish and go to science lab.
Learning is almost hidden and the children don't realize the education that they're getting each day. They're having fun through playing and hands-on experiences.
They enjoy coming to school every day, and as a parent, there's nothing more that you could ask for in a preschool for your children.
2 years ago, in this very site, we launched the I Think initiative. Two years later, we stand here in the new Beck Family Innovation Center coming out of the ground, going into the chemistry lab with the Beck Family Research Center behind us. This movement, this attitude of the I Think initiative has been amazing for our students because we're trying to honor our mission to make sure that we're helping our students reach their fullest extent by honoring the interests that each one of them have.
There is no set curriculum, so the teachers can teach how they want to teach kids, and I think that's really helpful.
I mean, I've heard from other schools, from other students, it's a very different learning experience for them. They don't have as much hands-on things as we do. We really get a good learning experience here. It's different, it's creative, it's outside of the box.
That undercurrent that the I Think initiative has been able to give us has pushed us forward. $7 million later, we have a wonderful Beck Family Research Center, and we're in the middle of construction for the Beck Family Innovation Center, which gives a lab space to the business and entrepreneurship concentration, new spaces, cutting edge technology for all of the core sciences. And then Langford Hall is going to be a wonderful gathering place that's also convertible for recitals and things where students are able to exhibit the things that they're really passionate about. One of the unique things about McClay is that we are a pre-K through 12 school. So as we think about the work that we do with students, we're able to know what the outcome is and then drive that all the way back to a 3-year-old's experience. When I think about our alumni, can they walk out and know that no matter what the world's going to throw at them, they can do it? It's that understanding that life is a journey, but it honors those who take the field and have the courage to lean into those problems. That's what a McClay graduate walks away with.
I think I can.
I think I can.
I think I can.
I did.
I did.
I did.
I did too.
I did.
I did. I did.
I did too.
I did.
I did.
We did too.
My name is Avery Smith. I came to McClay in 2000.
And so we're back here for the second half.
That's what I remember from Childs.
Marauders getting ready to kick it away here. And, Coach, we'll see what McClay will dial up here as they kick it away to NFC. And that kick looks like a definite touchback, and it is.
That's a heck of a weapon. You're always keeping the team backed up close to their own end zone.
And so the Marauders, after an excellent first half of football, especially by the defense, and then on a gutsy run by Michael Grant, just to squeeze into the end zone, now find themselves up 13-0 over the NFC Eagles, who are going to be searching for answers as they went into the locker room. We'll see what they come out with to start the offense. And then Pickles is going to hand it off to Jackson, trying to establish that running game. And he's going to creep forward for about 3 or 4 yards before he's brought down by a host of Marauders. And that's going to bring up second down and about 6. And so Pickles dropping back, looking for some room. He's scrambling, looking for a man downfield. And that pass is going to be picked off by the Marauders. McClay secondary having a ball here tonight.
Stand.
And that's his second interception. And that was Shane Crosstown. Shane Crosstown having a terrific night.
Great defensive effort by the Marauders, because last week this team put up 50 points, and they're struggling to move the ball.
And so NFC defense back on the field. McClay offense is going to have superb field position. Ball on the NFC 31-yard line.
For a team to do something tricky. But he's going to be consistent running the football.
So just good old-fashioned power running game from the McClay Marauders as they're going to creep forward for about 4 yards.
Mark.
And so that's going to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Marauders.
I always like when you have a quick turnaround like that, you want to, when you want to do something, because they kind of shook up. They're not expecting what just happened to them.
So that's another
Great
handoff.
blocking. Great blocking there.
Excellent blocking. That's going to be enough for a first down.
Man, that hole was big enough to drive a transfer truck through.
And so Marauders establishing their dominance in the trenches against the Eagles, and Crosstown is going to pick up about 7, and that's going to be good enough for a first down. The Marauders moving the chains deeper into NFC territory, and the Eagles really on their heels right now to start the second half. Ball resting on the Eagle 19-yard line. Man comes in motion. Grant from the shotgun. Going to be another handoff for about a 3-yard gain. And Marauders knocking on the door once again. That's going to bring up 2nd and 8. And this Marauder running game is definitely having themselves a decent night, Coach.
You love that. It keeps the clock moving, and the advancing ball staying ahead of the chains.
And Grant's going to keep it. Shakes a defender and wisely did not pitch it. Instead, hanging on to the ball for himself.
Mark, I'm
He's
not
going to
trying
pick
to
up a
call
couple
the
of
play,
yards.
but it look like the Marauders are setting Eagles up for a reverse. They're selling out to the run play, and you want to keep them. You want to keep them at bay, and they're not even. I'm watching the backside, and they're not coming across.
So man goes in motion. There's another handoff.
Right up
Marauders
the
keeping
gut.
it on the ground. And that's going to be 4th down and about 3 for McClay. And the field goal unit comes on the field for the Marauders. And so starting out the half, they weren't supposed to get the ball, benefiting by a turnover. And they're going to see if they can get some points out of this, Coach.
Yeah, that looks good. Keep the if you can put points on the board, go ahead and do that. And the Eagles will look like they're just not into the game.
And so this will be a 30-yard attempt. It's up, it's on its way, and it is good. Marauders tack on 3
What a weapon.
after the big interception by Crosstown to set them up with great field position. And the Marauders, 16, NFC nothing with 8:23 remaining in the third quarter. And so we're going to take a timeout here. Nope. Looks like we're back. And Coach, and really for McClay, this is very excellent opportunistic football.
Mark, when you got a chance, you come out, the other team receives the ball, they want to do something to turn the game around. And when you can get a turnover right off the top, keeps the momentum for the Marauders.
And so McClay is going to line up to kick it away. And NFC definitely look like they are on their heels here to start the second half. And Coach Pickles just kind of rolled out looking for something, just ill-advised pass.
Man, it's nobody else. Great coverage by the Marauder defense.
And that kick is a booming one, and it's going to be fielded just crossing the goal line. That's going to end up being a touchback.
Kick the ball in the end zone every time. You always got the other team starting deep in their territory. That's a perfect setup, and it's a winning formula for a team.
And so NFC once again will take over, ball 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line, and really looking for answers now offensively, as the Eagles have just been kept out of the end zone by this McClay Marauder defense. Man comes in motion, and that's going to be a jet sweep. And that was number 6. Excuse me. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 2 as Traylon Ray on the jet sweep picked up about 7 or 8 yards. NFC in that bunch formation again. Pickles is going to hand it off to Jackson. Jackson's going to squirm his way through the line, and he's going to be very close to a 1st down. I think he picked that one up. And the Eagles will pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Ball resting on their own 31-yard line. And so Pickles once again from the shotgun, twin receivers, dropping back, looking for a man downfield, and it's just going to be overthrown. That was crossing in again, once again on the coverage. And now, Coach, this McClay secondary has really dialed in tonight.
There's really no one open. That was a great job by the secondary. And I think Pickles is a little frustrated. He's not getting the wide open guys, and he's not been able to go to his favorite receiver, Ray.
So Pickles once again from the shotgun. He's going to go across the middle, and there's a big reception. Pass is complete to number 2.
Big play.
Jalen Harris on the reception. And NFC just got that shot in the arm that they were looking for offensively on a big gain. Close, we were hyping up this McClay secondary, and it looks like they
caught
were covering the edges
defense,
pretty good, but just left the
gave
middle
that
wide
up.
open.
There's no safety in the middle of the field. A great play to call.
Pickles is going to swing it out to Jackson, and Jackson's going to be swung out of bounds for no gain, maybe about a yard. And that was a huge pickup for NFC, close to a 60-yard gain. As the Eagles now have the ball deep in McClay territory. Ball resting on the 15-yard line of the Marauders. Pickles once again from the shotgun. That's going to be a little crossing pattern. Passes complete to number 4. Righteous Turnquest on the reception from J.P. Pickles. Still short of the first down, though, as this McClay Marauder defense has so far tonight has been bend, don't break. And the Eagles are now facing a 3rd and 4. So Pickles once again from the shotgun has 3 receivers over to his right. There's a handoff to Jackson. He changes direction, looking for the edge. And he's going to be caught just on the edge. And it looks like he was able to break the pylon and get it to the end zone.
Mark, that was a great run. They had that pace stuffed, and he reversed field and got in the end zone.
And so Eagles have answered. And the Marauder defense just got caught off guard as Jackson changed direction. And that results in 6 points for the Eagles, extra point pending. And so Eagles are lined up for a 2-point conversion. Let's see if they run it. It's going to be a swing pass, and ball's going to be dropped. Traylon Ray still on his feet, breaks a tackle, and he's going to be stopped short of the goal line. Coach, a busted play, and Traylon Ray was looking for anything he could find, and McClay defense just clamped down. But not before the Eagles are able to respond with 6 points.
Still up by 2 scores.
Off of the big reception by Jalen Harris to set them up. And so Marauders still holding on to a 10-point lead here with 6:09 here in the 3rd quarter. But
Mark, you knew you couldn't just hold this offense down. This is a very explosive offense. You just can't hold it down. Doing a great job. You're doing a great job of playing defense. And sometimes they break. I mean, the other team's trying to score too. So I thought they did a pretty good job. They caught the Marauders in the defense with no safety in the middle of the field, and he hit the ball at the seam. If that was what they had been playing before, that would have been an incomplete or a pick.
And so with 6:09 left in the 3rd, NFC has put some points on the board, and they now trail by 10. McClay still out in front, 16-6. And so we'll see what the McClay offense does here. So far it's been just a pretty consistent run game that has kept NFC on their heels. But, you know, plenty of football left to be played here in the second half. As NFC will line up here to kick it away. And that kick is going to sail out of bounds. And I think the Marauders will elect for a re-kick. And Coach, it'll be interesting to see how the Marauder offense responds here. And really, You know, the last drive wasn't so far gone except for the big play right there in the middle, the pass completion to Jalen Harris. I think that was what J.P. Pickens was looking for. Again, you called it no safety over the middle. And the Eagles will line up again to kick it away. And so McClay is going to be the recipient of a re-kick here. And so officials have whistled the play dead. We'll see what's going on. It looks like somebody was lined up off sides.
He might not blown the whistle for the kick.
And so Eagles once again lined up to kick it away. And so NFC just a little pooch kick, and Marauders will fall on a great field position. Ball resting on the McClay 39-yard line, and that's where Grant, Crosstown, and company will go to work. Coach, they really just methodically went down the field towards the end of the first half and just were able to come away with points, just putting the NFC defense on their heels. Let's see what they come out with here.
Another score here would put the Eagles in dire jeopardy to lose this game. Their defense got a hold.
So that's going to be a handoff, and looks like we've got a flag on the play.
When the referee though is holding.
So that's going to be assessed against the Marauders, and that'll back them up.
Not a good start to this drive.
And so there's going to be a timeout on the field, and we'll take one too. This is Four Quarters Online, proud live streaming partner of the McClay Marauders, and we'll be right back right after this.
Two years ago, in this very site, we launched the I Think initiative. Two years later, we stand here in the new Beck Family Innovation Center coming out of the ground, going into the chemistry lab with the Beck Family Research Center behind us. This movement, this attitude of the I Think initiative has been amazing for our students because we're trying to honor our mission to make sure that we're helping our students reach their fullest extent by honoring the interests that each one of them have.
There is no set curriculum, so the teachers can teach how they want to teach kids, and I think that's really helpful.
I mean, I've heard from other schools, from other students, it's a very different learning experience for them. They don't have as much hands-on things as we do. We really get a good learning experience here. It's different, it's creative, it's outside of the box.
So as we come out of the timeout, Marauders facing a first down in about 20. There's a quick bubble screen. And Eagles not falling for that one. J.P. Pickles in on the tackle. Grayson Oberste on the reception, and the bubble screen not going for too much. 2nd and 20 for the Marauders. 5 minutes, 30 seconds here in the third quarter as McClay still out to a 10-point lead, leading 16-6. Twin receivers either side. Grant from the shotgun, man going in motion, looking for somebody downfield, can't find anybody, fires across the middle, and that pass is almost complete. Hutchin was the intended receiver, and he just couldn't hang on. And that would have been an excellent completion and pick up some of those much-needed yards that were lost in the penalty. And the Marauder offense now facing a 3rd and long. Eagles looking to take advantage here on this 3rd down situation. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Grant from the shotgun, going to roll out, looking for a man downfield. He fires. And NFC defense comes up with a big stop here. And it looks like the Marauders may end up in a punting situation for the first time tonight, Coach.
That penalty really hurt. It set the drive back. You got to go 20 yards to get a first down. You end up throwing the football. They really didn't use any time off the clock.
And so Marauders lined up to punt it away. A high booming kick. It's going to sail out of bounds at about the NFC 37-yard line. And that's where NFC will take over and go to work. And so McClay offense kind of held to their first limited drive all night, Coach. And we're seeing here maybe just a little bit of momentum shift with a few minutes left in the third quarter. McClay defense still playing pretty good ball here. As NFC comes out and twin receivers, J.P. Pickles from the shotgun, going to drop back, looking for a man across the middle, and that pass is complete. Micah McCorvey causing the Marauder linebackers to give chase, not before Hop Stadium pushed them out of bounds.
Missed the tackle, giving up more yards.
So that brings up 2nd and 3 for the Eagles. And Eagles have called timeout, and we'll take one too. This is 4 quarters online. We'll be right back right after this.
My name is Avery Smith. I came to McClay in 2016, came in as a freshman, and I moved from a different school. I ran cross country my freshman and sophomore year, and then I ran track all 3 years and plan to run this year as well. And then I played soccer all 4 years. And then the clubs I've been a part of Student Council, Anchor Club, Red Cross Club, and then Dance Marathon is my big organization that I'm a part of.
Miracle Network Dance Marathon is a movement.
So NFC coming out of the timeout. There's a jet sweep. Marauder defense all over it, not giving up anything, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 3 as the jet sweep went for no gain. And so a big 3rd down here from the McClay Marauder defense. Pickles on the pitch. There's Jackson going to spin out of it. He takes a huge hit, still on his feet, but he's going to fall forward, and he's going to pick up the 1st down.
Nice little option play. Marauders played it well, just Didn't have just to, he fought for that extra yardage and got the first down.
And so McClay defense really read that one well. Just wasn't able to bring him down as Jackson on the third effort was able to pick up the first down. And that'll be enough to get the Eagles out to midfield. This time operating out of the bunch formation. Pickles from the shotgun, man comes in motion. There's another jet sweep, and it's going to be a double move. Receiver all alone, there's a fumble. And that was number 7 on the reception for NFC, Ray Daly, on a big gain and almost ended in disaster as he lost the football and it went out of bounds. And the NFC will definitely take the yards. As NFC caught the McClay defense off guard, a little trickeration is going to give the Eagles first down and 10 from their own from the McClay 15. There's Pickles on a run, and it looks like he'll pick up about 2 or 3. Pickles is a pretty long guy. Him falling forward is good for about 3 yards. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the third quarter, as the McClay defense is now on their heels, trying to keep NFC out of the end zone as the Eagles are trying to mount a comeback as they're knocking on the door for the second time tonight. Twin receivers on either side. Pickles from the shotgun. Throws it across the middle. He's got a man going up the gut, and that's going to be good for an Eagle touchdown. Traylon Ray. And we're seeing some different play calling coming from NFC, Coach.
I think the NFC had to do a lot more than they thought they would have had to do this game. They're throwing screen, fake passes, fake run, throwing a deep pass. Really got themselves in great shape.
And so we've got a ball game on our hands as NFC has now clawed their way to within 4. Eagles going to try for the 2-point conversion. The pitch is going to fall no good.
Mark, that was a crucial stop. In order for the Eagles to take the lead, they're going to have to score a touchdown. They can't kick a field goal to tie the game.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's going to be very crucial.
That's 4 points is very important.
2 failed 2-point conversions that put the Eagles still out of field goal. Not field goal range, but still short of a field goal, being able to tie. Eagles still need another score, but we've got a ball game on our hands with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. McClay still leading 16-12 over the visiting Eagles. And the battle for Meridian Road continues here from Frank Shaw Field. And Coach, this has kind of been an interesting quarter of football as we've seen a complete momentum shift. And the Eagles have responded with 2 quick scores here in the third quarter and kept McClay out of the end zone. McClay is still the beneficiary of a field goal off of that interception to start the second half, but the Eagles have really settled in here.
We still got a little bit to go in the third quarter and a fourth quarter to go, 12 on business. If the Marauders can hold on, maybe put some points on the board, real crucial.
So 14 minutes, 18 seconds remaining in the game. High end over end kick is going to be fielded cleanly by the Marauders at the 17-yard line. And the Marauders will take over first and 10 from their own 29. And, Coach, this is where the McClay offense has got to respond here. This is a critical game, and really McClay in kind of a must-win situation here tonight, and they're facing their biggest opponent here so far in this short season. Week number 6, taking on NFC at home.
Let's see if they can get that running game going again.
And Eagles dialed in. A couple of missed tackles, and that play is going to go for a positive gain, and that's what you want to see.
He broke a lot of tackles for about 4 yards. They really need that. They need the line that got to hold their guys out because they were counting on the run play. They know that the Marauders want to run the football, and that's what they're trying to stop. They're not really worried about the pass as much.
So NFC putting 7 in the box here, expecting a running play. Twin receivers to the bottom. Grant trying to draw the defense off sides, and it looks like it may have worked.
Job. It looked like the
NFC
Eagles
a
are
little
trying
too
to
eager
guess
to pick
the
up
count
on the run.
and jump out and trying to get ahead. Don't want to get the Marauders rolling. And they jumped offside trying to anticipate the count.
Marauders lined up in the same formation. Grant from the shotgun. Man comes in motion. More running. Ground game from the Marauders is going to be good enough for a first down. And, Coach, this is how they're beating NFC right now.
And I'll let that clock roll, keep rolling, run the ball, eat up the clock, try to get at least 3 points.
And so just under a minute left in the third quarter. Marauders now have the ball resting comfortably on their own 44-yard line, getting closer to midfield. Grant once again from the shotgun. Twin receivers to the bottom. He's going to roll out, going to pitch.
Good play.
His man trying to get the edge, and it looks like he's going to pick up a couple of yards. And so that's going to bring up second down and about 8 for the Marauders. Grant from the shotgun, twin receivers to the bottom of your screen. Man comes in motion, and there's the jet sweep. And NFC not giving up anything on that one, as that play may have gone for about a yard loss. That's going to bring up third down. So Marauders go backwards a yard on that play. And that may do it for the third quarter, as we will change sides once again here in the second half, as the fourth quarter is now upon us. Here in the battle for Meridian Road, Marauders clinging to a 4-point lead, 16-12 over the NFC Eagles. And so we want to take some time to recognize some of the sponsors of the McClay Marauder football program. Advanced Business Systems, proud supporters of McClay football. Accentria Insurance. Brown's Commercial and Refrigeration, proud supporters of McClay football. Jeff Naylor and Remax and Associates. Ronald G. Willis, Family Dentistry, making Tallahassee smile. And the Vascular Surgery Associates and the Vein Center, proud supporters of McClay football here in 2021. And so we'll flip sides. And Coach, here starting the third quarter, you know, we saw McClay's defense really stepping up big off of that turnover. Then NFC kind of took over and settled in. And now we're here to start the fourth quarter, and we're looking to see if McClay can get out of this third and long situation.
They want to move this football. They got a third and long here. Really crucial, because the Eagles have been moving the ball every time they had it in the second half. They only had one miscue, and then the whole rest of the third quarter, they moved the ball and scored.
And Coach, one of the interesting things about McClay is that they've done a pretty good job running between the tackles. Trying to get to the edge, maybe it's been kind of 50-50.
Yeah, And then the little short passes to keep drives alive. So I'm looking for the rollout pass. They flood the zones quite a bit, and that seems to give the Eagles a little bit of trouble.
So 12 minutes away from the end of the game. Grant dropping back. He's going to swing it out. Running back has some room, and he's going to be close to a first down, but he's going to be short about a yard. Coach, if he hadn't cut back inside, he might have picked that up.
Play.
So that's going to bring up fourth down and about a yard. And Coach Raymer is no stranger to going for it here.
He's
Midfield, you need a
riverboat
yard.
Gambler, go for it. He makes it. He keeps the drive alive. He doesn't. He puts the Eagles in great field position.
Look for McClay to keep it here between the tackles, facing a fourth and about a yard and a half here. Grant from the shotgun. NFC putting 7 in the box. Grant's going to drop back. He rolls out, look for a man to the outside, and that pass is going to fall incomplete. Marauders looking for the pass interference call, was not there, and the Eagles take over. And Coach, I was looking for the run play and didn't see it.
Yeah, I guess he thought they had a better chance of getting it on the pass. Good coverage by the Eagles on that play. Now the defense got to stop them on here. You don't want to give up another touchdown.
And Devon Jackson is really kind of the NFC's kind of counterbalance here. He keeps defenses honest when they can get him in open space, but I look for the Eagles running out that bunch formation to throw the ball. Pickles going deep, and it's Jackson, but he's going to be out of bounds. And so Pickles liked what he saw, but just wasn't enough real estate available for Jackson. And that's going to bring up second down and 10 for the Eagles. McClay secondary definitely is going to have their hands full as NFC comes out of that bunch formation. You got 6 guys going like 5 different directions. Caleb Hutchin back deep for the Marauders. And the jet sweep play goes for no gain, as that was Terrion Martin trying to get some yards. Hal Sapien and a host of Marauders in on the tackle. And that's going to bring up third and long for NFC. McClay defense looking for a stop here. Pickles rolling out, looking for a man to the outside. And the pass is going to be incomplete. And that was number 8 on the coverage. Grayson Obersee was all over that one. And that's going to bring up fourth down for NFC, and we'll see what they do here in this situation. That ball resting almost at midfield.
The Marauders, I look for some kind of fake here, fake punt. It's a perfect time to do it.
Marauders have a man back deep. NFC lined up for the punt, and kick is away. And that's going to be Shane Crosstown with the exit. Pretty good return.
Put him in a good situation.
And Coach, with 10 minutes left in the ball game.
The clock is a friend. They got to eat some clock. They need another score. Keep the Eagles out of the end zone is their best bet. Look for the run this time. I'm thinking, Coach, and the Eagles know that too. They've been sending guys in the gap and trying to stop them before they get started. But they're having a great night running the football, and they should keep it up.
So there's Grant. He's going to hand it off once again. That's a big hole. Crossing off to the races, not before he's brought down, not after picking up 7 yards, close to 8 yards. And that's going to bring up second down and about 2. Second down and 3. 7-yard gain. And, Coach, that was a big hole there that Crosstown ran through. And this is the kind of plays we expect to see called here. NFC trying to prevent anything from going downfield. And there's another big running play.
That's what you want right there, Mar. He's running tough. No fakes. Sticking his foot in the ground and getting as much as he can.
3 yards in a cloud of dust is this McClay offense, and it's coming up big here in the second half. As Marauders out now to the 40-yard line on 2 running plays. Last play was good enough to move the sticks for the first down. Grant from the shotgun. Nine minutes left in the ball game. There's going to be another handoff. Runner looking for the edge, and he's not going to get it, and that's going to go for a 2-yard loss. And Coach, NFC really dialed in here. I think they're trying to give up a little bit to see what they're going to do, and then they're putting 7 and 8 in the box.
The clock is, when you run the football and you run it effective, you control the clock and you're controlling the game. This is a perfect time to throw a pass on second down.
Yeah, absolutely. Got a one-on-one matchup down here.
I'm looking for something with Hutchins. He hadn't touched the ball much tonight, and he is probably the best deep threat on the pass.
NFC once again stacking like 6 in the box here. There's going to be another handoff, and NFC defense really honing in here. That's going to bring up third down now. Third down and about a 14-yard gain to go. Marauders need to get to midfield in order to pick up the first down. And so once again, Grant operating from the shotgun, got Max protected. Man comes in motion. And a quick pass over the middle is going to be good enough for a first down. And Coach, what an excellent play call.
Great execution on the play. There wasn't much room in there to get the pass in, but hey, they keep the chains moving, they're getting ahead of the chains, and their clock is rolling down.
I think that was crossing. He just ran right by the linebacker who was really expecting to run. And that's going to be a good enough to move the sticks. Marauders trying to take advantage here midway through the fourth quarter. 7 minutes left to play in the ball game. Hutchin coming in motion. Grant's going to hit the pitch to Hutchin. Hutchin looking for anything he can find, and he's going to eke his way back to the line of scrimmage. So, Coach, Marauders were looking for something on that one, and I think they didn't get anything. You'll see where the officials mark it. And he may have fallen just behind the line of scrimmage. Nope, they're going to put it right back at the line to gain. And so that'll bring up 2nd and 10. And Coach Raymer doesn't want to do anything fancy here. He just wants to eat this clock and get as close to the end zone as he can. Grant, once again, twin receivers to the top of his screen. Going to hand it off. Running back still on his feet, and he's going to grind his way down to the NFC 46-yard line. And that's going to bring up third and about 6 or 7 to go. So a big third down coming up here for the Marauder offense.
Big third down. Let's see where they dial up. They had a great play the last time they was in this situation, so
NFC really trying to shut down anything between the tackles, and McClay has just kind of kept them off balance here as they are stacked. 4 receivers down to the bottom of the screen, and timeout's going to be called by Coach Raymer as they're going to talk it over. We're going to take one, too. This is 4 Quarters Online, proud live streaming partner of McClay football. We'll be right back right after this.
I'm Hunt Dyson. I started at McClay in kindergarten. I came from Faith Preschool. It's been really fun. I've enjoyed it a lot, especially going into high school. Like I had that group of friends that I've known my entire life, and then I also got to meet a bunch of new people from coming outside. I started out just as a writer sophomore year. I had heard that my friends Emily Dudley, Ellie Castillo, and Rachel Stockel wanted to make the paper. So I contacted Mr. Normant, who redirected me to Mrs. Mayer, and they said I could come on as a writer. So I wrote, I think, a couple of articles for the newspapers. It just got to start up. And then Will became student council president, so they needed a sports editor. So junior year, last year, I stepped in as sports editor, which was really rewarding. I want to say APUSH was probably my favorite class. I didn't think it would be. I've never been a big history guy, but that was a really fun class just because it went a little bit more in depth than I thought it would have gone, and it was just kind of cool to like see the broad concepts that I learned as a little kid and then go a little bit more in depth as to why those things happen. I really enjoyed, honestly, all of them. They're all really passionate. I would say Mr. Norman's up there just because of how passionate he is about it. Dr. Bevan, too. I had Dr. Bevan for the first time this year, but just, you know, how passionate he is about teaching it. You know, if he reads a good line or something in Hamlet, he'll kind of slam his book on the table and just be like, wow.
So Marauders facing a big third down right here. Third down and about 6 or 7 to go. Ball resting on the NFC 46-yard line, and there's Grant. He's flushed out of the pocket, looking downfield. Oh, and that's that pass is gonna be ruled incomplete. And that was a vicious play. And Coach, that was absolutely vicious right there.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a personal foul. He grabbed the helmet and tackled him. But we are up here and they're down there. They're making the calls.
And so,
got to be careful on this kicking the ball to Ray. He's a good returner. You want to put him in a bad situation. You don't want to kick it. Don't kick it directly to him.
and wisely, they do kick it away from him.
What a kick.
And that's Traylon Ray looking for some room on the edge, and he's got lane. Shakes the defenders. He's still on his feet. Got blockers. Cuts back across the field. A big return by Traylon Ray, still on his feet. Crosses midfield. He's still on his feet. Marauders not going to catch him. Traylon Ray will go for the touchdown. An excellent punt return by Traylon Ray. Nobody could seem to get a hand on him. Ray takes it the distance, going 98 yards to pay dirt. Picked up a couple of blocks there, and nobody could seem to bring him down, Coach. And it was absolutely like you called it. Ray, one of the most dangerous returners in the area.
I thought that was a pretty good punt, just didn't cover it good. They go for two, they'll force the Marauders to go for a touchdown as opposed to 3 points.
And so NFC responds in a huge way. 98-yard punt return by Traylon Ray. 2-point conversion is good. And just like that, the Eagles, off of big play ability alone, have taken the lead for the first time tonight at probably just the right time with 4 minutes and 57 seconds remaining. And Coach, just an excellent punt return. Just McClay did not cover it well. And Coach, it was a really good kick.
Yes, I thought it was pretty good. They pinned him in the corner, but big-time players make big-time plays. You can't. He broke about 6 tackles on the way to scoring that touchdown. Made a big difference. You didn't want him to really didn't want him to touch the ball, and that was a crucial setup. I'm sure the coach, NFC coach, was probably no. And they end up scoring. He's getting up, picking it up and doing something with it.
And he kicked it, he had the angle on him. He kicked it away from him. I think they were expecting that ball to roll out of bounds, and it didn't. It stayed inbounds, and Ray picked it up and took it the distance. First two McClay defenders were down there and weren't able to bring him down. And Traylon Ray just stayed on his feet, relied on his blockers to clean up and do the dirty work. And Coach, we've got ourselves a ball game with NFC taking the lead for the first time tonight, up 20-16. And Coach, we'll see how the Marauders respond here. But the Marauder defense overall has played absolutely great tonight. But NFC has shown one of the reasons why they're one of the better teams in the area. They just managed to roll out some big plays. The Eagles have been able to maintain their position in this ball game just based off of big playability alone. And it's been the difference maker thus far as they now hold a 4-point lead over the Marauders. NFC kicks it away, and that will go into the end zone as a touchback. McClay will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Mark, this drive is very important, and I don't think they need to do anything different they've been doing. Stay ahead of the chains and drive the ball downfield. They got to score a touchdown, so I'm sure they'll take a few chances passing the football, but I think they should stick to the run. Don't
so
get behind
NFC
the chains.
really,
and you're gonna find out what kind of team you got, whether they're gonna fight or whether they're gonna, just lay down. They played a very good game. It's very good game plan. Missed a couple of things, but this is a crucial drive here, and I can't wait to see what Coach.
Coach, how big was that no call over here on this sideline with McClay throwing the ball? Looked like pass interference. Ruled incomplete. NFC forces McClay into a punting situation, and Eagles made the Marauders pay dearly. In situations like that really can change the momentum of a game.
And you can see the Eagles got a little more energy right now. They took the lead. They're behind the whole game, and they got a lot of energy right now. They're ready to fire it up, and maybe they can run some plays to take advantage of it.
And so with just at 5 minutes left in the ball game, McClay will have to go 80 yards to get to pay dirt. And we're at that time in the game where I don't think a field goal will be able to cut it. I don't think they'll get the ball back with enough time. So McClay coming out with a hurry-up offense, pass is complete, and that's going to be good enough for about a 4 or 5 yard gain.
Stop the clock also, Mark.
So Marauders come out firing. Grant, twin receivers, trips the receivers to the top from the shotgun. Looking for a receiver across the middle, and J.P. Pickles laid a big hit. Pass ruled incomplete. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 for the Marauders. Same formation, trips to the top of your screen. Grant once again operating from the shotgun. Looking for a man down the side. He's got one, and it's going to be good enough for a 1st down. Now we'll move the chains.
Mark, that
so
was
Bashir's
tough run. And they needed to get that first down. And he also got out of bounds.
And so that'll be good enough for a first down. Ball on the 33-yard line. Grant once again operating from the shotgun. Has a man to the outside, and that will fall incomplete. Jeb Bashir is the intended receiver. Pass hit him in the hands, just couldn't hang on. So once again, trips receivers to the bottom of your screen. Grant from the shotgun. Dropping back, looking for a man to the outside. Pass is complete. That's going to be Jackson on the tackle. Not before the reception is made by Bashirs. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Marauders. So NFC backing up off of the box a little bit, and McClay, you have to wonder if they're going to try and sneak in a run play here. Four receivers to the top of your screen. And timeout is called by the Marauders. And so they're going to talk things over. And we're going to take a break too. This is 4 Quarters Online. Proud to be the live streaming partner of McClay football. We'll be right back right after this.
I think in lower school and middle school, I didn't really appreciate it as much just because it was school. Sophomore year is when I really started to grow and learn that, you know, this is your future and everybody here wants to help you. I was a baseball player until my sophomore year. I got tendonitis in my shoulder during the first game of the season, and I was also running track at that time, and I said, well, why don't I focus on running track and just getting better at that, and if I recover, I'll recover and I can go back to playing baseball, but let me try to be the best I can be while I'm running track.
Back to the action. 3 minutes, 50 seconds remain. McClay gonna take the snap, and that pass is gonna fall incomplete behind the line of scrimmage, but okay. So, Coach, what's the ruling on this here?
Oh, that's a play. It's legal. You can bounce the ball, and the defense what usually happens, the defense relaxes, and you throw the ball. That play has come out of the old book of football. Great concept.
So
I love it. I love it.
The pass was short, but still fielded cleanly behind the line of scrimmage. That was a live ball, and therefore could be advanced. And so McClay's going to take advantage and move past midfield. There's that running game as Marauders just going to power forward here. 3 minutes, 15 seconds left in the ball game, and McClay across midfield. And Coach, let's go back to that previous play. He picked it up and then threw it forward for a first down.
You bounce it. You do it on purpose. You bounce it over there. You got to go back a few years to see plays like that. I think Coach Raymond come from the old school there.
So 2nd and 7 for the Marauders as the ball resting on the NFC 45. 2 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. Man coming in motion. Grant from the shotgun. Drops back looking for a man. Pass is going to be complete to Hutchin, and he's going to be hit and dropped at the NFC 40-yard line.
I think that was the hook and ladder. I think it just didn't work. I thought he was ready to pitch that ball to somebody coming over, one of the other players coming over.
And so that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 3. So a big 3rd down coming up again for the Marauders.
He going deep in the playbook on this drive.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. Three receivers to the top of your screen. Grant once again from the shotgun looking for an opportunity here. Gonna drop back, swing pass is complete. Runner still on his feet, looking to get yards, and he's gonna get close. I think that's gonna be a first down for the Marauders, and he's gonna get out of bounds. Bashirs.
Man, that was a tough run.
Doing some tough running. Marauders need a touchdown. Trailing 16-20 with a minute 49 to go.
Look a little winded, Mark.
Ball on the NFC 37-yard line. So Marauders looking for a big play here. And timeout is called.
I think Coach
by the Eagles.
They look a little winded, Mark. The Eagles.
Yeah, I think both teams are dialed in here, and really, you know, this is one of those where you want to be able to take advantage of any kind of mismatch that you can find on the field. And so for Marauders, the opportunities are there. Just see if they can take advantage.
Yeah, that was an exciting play. I love the Marauders are dialed in. Coach Raymer's coming out of his playbook. Awesome. This has been a great game.
Yeah, absolutely. McClay has played
this is a great game.
to the ability that we thought they could play. And they're a minute 48 and about 37 yards of being able to pull off a major upset here.
Mark, if they pull this off, I'm going to call Mr. Grant Tom Brady. He's having a heck of a game with the short passes.
And so Grant once again from the shotgun. Three receivers to the top of your screen. Hutchin coming in motion. Swing pass is complete. Throwback. Oh, man. That would have been a big game breaker. Some trickeration as the throwback pass falls incomplete. Throwing off of his back leg, just could not get it out there to his quarterback, but he had plenty of running room.
He would have been running for days. He'd still be running.
And I like the play call by Coach Raymer just to be able to pull something out of his hat like that. Just was not executed properly, but Marauders definitely giving the fans their money worth tonight here in the battle for Meridian Road, facing a 2nd and 10. Timeout call once again by the Marauders. And they're going to talk things over. And we're going to take a timeout too. 4 Quarters Online, the proud live streaming partner of McClay football here in 2021. We'll be right back right after this. Okay, 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Marauders. A minute 42 remaining in the ball game. Marauders trailing 16-20. Ball on the NFC 37-yard line. Grant once again from the shotgun. Man in motion is going to pitch it wisely. Running back looking for some room, can't find anything. Eagle defense clamps down. And, Coach, I think he was looking for that double pass.
I think he stuffed that. They smelled that play. They knew they were trying to do some trick, and the defense didn't bite.
So NFC avoided disaster on the play before, as that the throwback pass almost worked, just came a little bit short. So 3rd and long for the Marauders. Trip receivers to the top of your screen. Grant looking for a man downfield. Pass is complete. clock is running. And that's going to bring up 4th down. And, Coach, this could be a ball game right here as the Marauders need to convert here. 45 seconds left to play. Grant drops back, looking for a man cross field. Throws the ball deep.
What a play by
Ray.
That is a great defensive play. That great route.
Traylon Ray.
Just a great play by a great player guy who really is the difference in the game. That was a super play because that play was wide open. I thought that was going to be a touchdown, Mark.
Absolutely. Traylon Ray came through with an amazing defensive effort, and that looks like that will do it as NFC will squeak by. And, Coach, the same kid that brought us that punt return ends the ball game, and McClay's efforts, and Coach Hutchin was open, had a half a step beat on him, and Traylon Ray came in and put the clamps down.
He ran a great route, Mark. Might have had to throw the ball a little bit further out there, might have made a difference. But he made a great play.
And NFC will take a knee, and that will do
That's
it.
the ball, probably. They don't have to snap it again.
Clock trickles down. And, Coach, what an amazing ball game.
Those kids gave it all. I mean, this game went down to the wire. They played. I love the game plan of the Marauders. They control the clock, control the game. They just, one mistake on special teams changed everything. And you got to get kid. Ray was exceptional tonight. And it was the difference in the game.
Crosstown had a heck of a game for the Marauders. Grant had a heck of a game. Coach, that play was about a half a yard away from being complete, and Traylon Ray just came in and brought the clamps down. And Marauders really have nothing to hang their heads about. Just came up a little bit short in probably one of the biggest games that they're going to play all year.
Yes, I see a lot of improvement in this team. It's special change. They really dictated the whole game except for one big play that made a difference. And the Eagles had a couple of big plays to get back in this game because they were down, 16-0 at 13-0 at halftime. Made a big difference.
Absolutely. So a thriller here at Frank Shaw Field. The battle for Meridian Road goes the NFC Eagles' way in this 2021 edition. And Traylon Ray absolutely was the difference maker in this ball game for NFC. Can't overlook the efforts by Shane Crosstown and Michael Grant for the Marauders. Played a heck of a ball game, and it's really just unfortunate they come across on the losing side of this one.
Yeah, we always say somebody got to win and somebody got to lose. The team that made the most plays won the game, and it came down the wire. What a great concept on the route. And Hutchins ran a great route. Might have needed the ball to get a little bit further out, and Ray made one heck of a play.
Absolutely, and it just happens to be one of those games where you see the kind of heated rivalry this has become. These two schools are probably no more than 10 minutes apart, and for these kids, this is everything. You get a chance to go up against. Your rival like this, and it couldn't play out any other way that was better than this.
Yes, we had a great game here tonight. The home team, just one play away from winning this game, and I know those kids are hurting right now, but I've seen a lot of improvement from the last time we were here. Team played great defense and they played great offense. Kept the ball away from the Eagles and did a great job, an exceptional job. Great game.
And so here at Frank Shaw Field, that will do it. Your NFC Eagles down your McClay Marauders 20-16. A great effort by McClay. Just a couple of plays short here. And so the Marauders will be back here next week as they've got another big-time matchup coming up. And just really lots of improvement, as you said, Coach. And we'll see if they bring that same energy here next Friday.
Yes.
And so the battle Meridian Road goes the way of the Eagles as NFC takes it 20-16 over the McClay Marauders. On behalf of fourquartersonline.com, I'm Mark Adams, and with my tag team partner, Coach Johnny Cofield. This has been fourquartersonline.com live stream McClay football here every Friday night, every home game. And Coach, I'm looking forward to next week and see if the Marauders can finally put a W in the win column here.
They gotta get this off, get rid of this, and get ready for the next week because they played an exceptional game. You can't get. I mean, as a coach, I'm happy with the effort. You saw that they gave everything they had, just one play away from maybe winning the football game.
Okay, that will do it here at Frank Shaw Field. Your final score here, NFC 20, McClay 16. I'm Mark Adams and my tag team partner, Coach Johnny Cofield. This is fourquartersonline.com, and we'll catch everybody next week here at Frank Shaw Field.